Paw'dCats Sports.
Hey, yo, Cats fans.
Hello to everyone. Benny the Wildcat here.
And Al the Wildcat here. It's time to bring the heat to Waco.
Yeah, what's up, homie? You ready to go Waco or what?
Waco.
Yeah, we ain't coming out, man. Waco.
Welcome back to the Paw'dCats Sports Pregame Show, where the lavender runs deep and the claws come out sharp. We are the fiercest voice in the Flint Hills. Always been. This Saturday, October 4th, your Kansas State Wildcats 2-3 head down to Waco, Texas to take on the Baylor Bears 3-2 at McLane Stadium. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. Central. You can catch the game live on ESPN Plus, and this is a pivotal Big 12 matchup. We're bringing the energy, we're bringing the stats, and the swagger to get you hyped. Let's break it down segment by segment. Got anything to say, Benji?
Yeah, man. This one's on ESPN Plus, not ESPN Equals.
Not ESPN Equals.
Okay, yeah. We
Plus.
had a little minor
Not on Versus either.
technical problem. We thought maybe it was on ESPN Equals there for a minute. But yeah, I'm excited. We're heading down the road to Waco, or I guess you're heading up the road. I'll be going down 35. What road is that you take? Texas 6?
I gotta go through College Station.
Oh, you got to go through Aggie Land.
Yes, sir.
Hey, say hi to Colin Klein on your way through. Who do the Aggies play this weekend? Have you checked that?
I have not checked that.
I'm going to take
They're number 6 now.
They are moving on up, those Aggies, and Colin Klein has been a hot topic around Manhattan. I mean, he hasn't been a hot topic, but he's been a hot topic in the Little Apple with our recent struggles. I'm still looking for this game, looking for the SEC schedule. Who do the Aggies play, and will they be playing in College Station? Yes, Mississippi State is playing at 6:30, so you might be driving home some Aggie traffic. Make sure you flip them off for me, all right? Give them the one-finger salute down Texas 6, down there in Aggie. Oh, wow. You have to edit that one out.
I have to cut that one out.
Blur that out. Yep. Anyway, we're just talking about, one-finger salute. You're number one. I love all the Aggies. I don't hate them anymore. They're not in the Big 12. They're in some lesser conference. But anyway, this is about the Cats. Let's get back to the task at hand. We are not Aggie fans, but we are Colin Klein. We're going to Waco, man. We're going to Waco.
Yeah, so I looked up the weather, and it looks like it's going to be between 74 and 81.
Wow, I thought it was going to be like 91 degrees or something.
I'm sure it'll change. But
something change. Who's your source on this weather?
It's the weather app.
The weather app. Are you sure it isn't some AI or
I don't know,
you?
It's going to get hotter as the day goes by, but it's
75 degrees.
Yeah, dude, it may be perfect football weather for us out there on Saturday.
Well, let's give it a gander here. According to weather.com, America's oldest source for weather news, we're looking at 90 degrees for a high temperature on Saturday. Maybe at game time, it'll be closer to 80, but it's still going to be warm. Mostly sunny down there in Waco. Wind's coming out of the southeast at about 9, so that won't factor in a lot, but I think as the wind will be blowing from right to left. It's coming out of the southeast.
For Luis!
On your TV screen. Yeah, for Elrod. That's right, Elrod.
Yeah,
you got the over 1.5 field goals for Elrod?
We need to. We'll talk about that in segment 6.
I'm telling you, man, I just cannot wait.
Oh, my.
We get to the last segment. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Hey, I want to bet today on the Cubs. Cubs made it to the NLDS. First time since 2017. Go Cubs, go.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it started.
Let's kick off. Breakdown.
Segment 1, offensive spark.
Yeah,
Where's the juice? We got the juice.
Reminds me of a movie from the early 90s. I think it had Omar Epps in it.
Tupac?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, good one.
I do want to have a shout out here to Tremaine Thompson.
Oh, yeah?
When he was in school, He would apparently always say on the field during practice, "We got the juice. We got the juice."
We got the juice. T squared. We got the juice. Where is the juice on this offense?
Kansas
I know
State's
where it is.
offense
I think I know where it
is averaging 343.4 yards per game.
is.
That's not good. That's
Not good.
105th
Triple
in
digits.
FBS.
Mm.
And scoring 26.2 points per game, which is
Not too good.
83rd.
Not
That's not good.
good. I mean, that'd be good if your defense is holding the other opponents.
Yeah, it's just not going to cut it against a Baylor team that can light up the scoreboard.
No, probably not.
So here's our first question. Can we improve our time of possession? We are currently 129th in the FBS at 25 minutes per game.
That's disgusting.
Can we improve it?
Yeah, definitely. We can improve it. But that hinges on the health of Dylan Edwards and our ability to do similar things to what we did against UCF last weekend. Moving the chains on 3rd and short and avoiding 4th down situations. And, of course, just giving ourselves those opportunities with solid play calling and running it early in the series. So, yes, we can absolutely improve. I mean, the great thing about setting the bar that low is you can just tippy-toe right over it. So let's hope our boy DE gets it done on Saturday. We'll be there. We're going to watch this one in person.
Yeah, we just only hope that Dylan Edwards can keep our possessions moving. 3rd down is a big thing for us. Our stats on 3rd down are terrible as well.
Yeah.
Last week, I think we were, 6 for 13, which is still under the 50% mark. We want to be more at like 60%, but we don't even want to be on 3rd down. We need to get our first downs on 2nd down.
Yeah.
And also just be a little bit methodical, right? We do need to sustain long drives in this game.
Yeah, the Cats' 3rd down efficiency on the season is 21 for 62, so that's a little over 30%.
33%.
Yeah, and 4th down, 6-15, we want to avoid those. I think a lot of those 4th down plays in those first 3-4 games, but yeah, it's got to improve, no doubt, and we look to try to even that out a little bit more as we go down the line here. But it starts in Waco. Let's go 1-0. You know the mantra, man. Let's go 1-0.
Yep. Are we maximizing red zone opportunities?
Good question. We did a better job of utilizing the tight ends down in the red zone last week. So getting there, and that's something that we've been waiting for the first 4 games. It was just kind of not there. Non-existent. But it showed its head at the UCF game and at the Bill last Saturday. Let's keep throwing to those tight ends and finding a way to utilize them in the passing game.
Yeah, we talked about, I think, in our first pod about how we need Will Ancio and Will Swanson in the red zone to, fake with Lofton and Oakley moving to the right, and on that bootleg pass, fake to the right, everybody follows Oakley or Lofton or whoever it was on the right side, wide open, Will Ancio on the other end, easiest touchdown that we could have all year. So that was good. We need more of that. We need more of that misdirection. We had Devon Rice in for that play that Garrett Oakley scored. So, and I think JB Price was in on that play as well. So we had some guys that hadn't played in the game yet, and then they're looking at them, and nobody expects that shovel pass to Oakley. So those were some good red zone play calls there.
That was a cute play call for sure by M-Deb over there. Avery probably checked it. I'm just kidding. I'm getting petty. Hey, we won the damn game, man. We won the damn day. And that's all you can, at the end of the day. That's all said and done.
Yeah, in our stat watch, we got Avery Johnson. He's thrown for 1,019 yards, 8 touchdowns, just 1 interception, with a 62.5 completion rate. He's efficient, but we need more explosive plays, and we'll get to why we may have some explosive plays once we get to the injury report segment.
Yeah, Jace looks like he's gonna try to play, but let's try to utilize Dylan Edwards out in the passing game somehow a little bit more this game. I think he only had 1 reception or maybe none last game for as good as he was on the ground. We didn't utilize him much in the passing game.
And it looks like Avery is on pace for about 2,400 and 20 TDs.
Yeah, let's hope that picks up because that'd be a step back from his sophomore year.
Yeah, maybe a step back, but he rushed for 75 yards last game, and if we see him start to rush for 50 to 75 per game, that's going to be huge for us. And if he can push those numbers up over 600, which he was around last year, I think 600 or 400, can't remember which one.
Helps have your homie back in the backfield.
Oh yeah,
we'll see if we can build on that. Who do you look to get the 4, 5, 6 carries behind Dylan Edwards?
I mean, I want Devon Rice, but I just don't think they're gonna trust him. I think they're gonna give it to Joe Jackson.
Joe!
And I don't have a problem with Joe Jackson. I just think he needs to be consistent, 3 or 4 yards if he's getting the ball.
Yeah, agreed. Well, let's move on to segment 2. Play calling. And we're kind of on that track anyway. Yeah, is it time to get creative? Coach Kleiman promised changes. Let's talk about what it could.
So are we too predictable on early downs? Or can we mix in more play action or tempo?
We have been a little bit predictable on her. Now that we got Edwards back in the backfield, we're less predictable for sure, and less likely to be stopped. We have more options.
I'm gonna say we can mix in more tempo and play action. We can bring Blake Barnett in. We saw that. We want to see that again. We can. Now I'm gonna speak on this for a second. Blake Barnett, and then you have Avery Johnson, and then you have Dylan Edwards. Those 3 guys in the backfield. You have no idea where the ball is going to go. People are probably going to, try to stop Blake Barnett first, but you can mold this into something where you're running an option to Avery or Dylan. You can turn it into where Blake's just going to roll out and then throw it. You could do some trick plays where you're lateraling to Avery and he's throwing it, right? There's a lot of things you can do with that. So I hope we just can see some more of that progress throughout the season.
Yeah, let's not forget about our wide receivers. If Tibbs and Jace are both healthy, I like those weapons too. I'm still confident in their ability to make game-changing plays, and they've shown, both of them certainly have shown they can make that happen. Let's hope that we haven't got to the injury report, obviously, but let's hope that Jace is back to 100%. And that O-line's got to continue to build some continuity. They're going to have a big test against Baylor. I mean, Baylor's going to be a much bigger test than UCF's defensive front. That's a big question mark. I'll be looking at that tight angle, seeing what happens inside the trenches.
Yeah, we put in Gus Hawkins and Devin Vass, I believe, last game.
Yeah.
And I think we saw some improvements. So I think we should ride that, and we should also ride the hot hand and Dylan Edwards. Without him, we were terrible in the run game. We had no identity. So we rank 93rd in rushing yards per game right now. Before last game, that was probably around like 100 and something. So we're at 139.6 yards per game, and Dylan Edwards just had 166. So let's hope he can put another performance up like that around 150.
Yeah, maybe we can move inside the top 100 in rushing.
We're 93rd. We need to move top 75.
Oh, my bad.
Top 75.
Hey, when they say cats by 90, that's not what they mean. All right, 90th and rushing off.
And you did talk about Jace Brown and Jerron Tibbs. I think Jaron Bradley's another guy that's going to have to get into that rotation there.
Yeah, we'll see if he's
passes
healthy.
Up the middle.
See if he's healthy. We'll get to that, no doubt. Did we talk about motion misdirection, opening up the middle for Jace Brown Tibbs yet? Have we got there? Want to speak on that?
I mean, we can. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, I'll do it first. Yeah. I think for sure we saw Jace run on the end around 75 yards. We can utilize him, and if not for nothing else, then just put him in motion to check to see if it's man or zone on the defense, and a little eye candy, and just throw him out in the flat. Sometimes where he's kind of wasted, or you can dump it off to him. So I think we can use him in that regard. I don't know about Tibbs. On the other hand, I don't know. Do you recall seeing much in the first 4 or 5 games here that Tibbs being in motion or utilized on quicks, wheels, screens, things of that nature?
No, but I will comment on Tibbs. He's a high-end wide receiver too. He has really stepped up in Jace Brown's absence last week with what? He had 8 catches for about 63.
Yeah, I think he was targeted maybe 11 times. But he is a good deep threat. He can get over the top.
So that's great for us. All right, segment 3.
Bring the fire!
Bring the fire. The UCF blueprint against UCF. We saw what this team can be: aggressive, balanced, relentless, energy, electricity, fire, lavender.
Fire!
Edwards, 20 carries, 166 yards, 1 TD. Johnson, 168 passing yards, 75 rushing yards, 2 TDs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 3 turnovers.
Oh.
3 turnovers. Luis, 48-yarder? No mistakes on special teams.
You're my boy, Luis.
Can we replicate that intensity on the road, Ben?
No doubt, and we're going to have to. Do you think the stadium's going to be full? I doubt it. And that end zone in the upper decks probably have a lot of empty seats.
It's
Baylor,
too hot.
Yeah, and these fans down here in Texas, they're not nearly as passionate, in my humble opinion, as fans from the OG Big 8, if you know what I mean. So I'm not sure about these Baylor folks. And they're kind of a friendly bunch too. I don't know. I just don't like it. But I think we can go in there, and I don't think the atmosphere is going to be like too electric. And if we can find a way to get a lead early, those fans might lose interest real quick, and it's going to be warm, so maybe they'll just lose interest, head to the exits, and it'll thin out quick and pull away by 2 or 3 scores.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Be a lot of confidence going into TCU the following.
But I'm with you, man. I don't think their fans bring the intensity, but I've only been there once, and that was a couple years ago with you.
Yeah, Benjamin Sennett breakout game.
Yeah, they weren't that great. Day. They weren't that great. So I don't know. They will probably bring more energy than that day, but it's also 11 a.m. So
hey man, both teams were 6-3 that day, and they did not look anything close to a 6-3 team. We're talking about 2022, November 12th. Easy for me to remember. Yeah, that was birthday numero 41. It was a good day. It was a good day. And then what? TCU beat Texas down in Austin same day, which lined up the stars. Yeah. Lined up the stars. So we're making our first return visit since 2022. How you feeling about this drive and this game?
I'm feeling good. I like the matchup. I know people hate the matchup, but I like this matchup. I think if we can just shut down Bryson Washington early and we can establish our identity. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
I think if we can shut down Bryson Washington early and then establish our identity early in the run game with Dylan Edwards and maybe a little bit of Avery Johnson sprinkled in, we should be able to win the game. There's some other things that we'll go over later on with our takes.
Yeah, who do you think is going to be the emotional spark plug for the Cats on the road to help them replicate that intensity from last weekend?
Quay Moss, interception early, first half.
Let's go, Q. Bare hands, all hands, no body,
or
all interceptions.
My boy,
VJ
Payne.
My boy.
I think if VJ Payne can get one of those interceptions, I think he had one 2 years ago when we were there.
Yeah, let's bring that Payne.
If he can get one, man, I think that would really hype up our defense.
I agree, especially after that dropsy he had, but it was a PD. So maybe we can make up for that and add a PD and bring the Payne!
All right, segment 4, triple threat.
Numero 4.
Barnett, Johnson, and Edwards.
See.
How to unleash them.
Barnett, interesting wild card.
Could we see him?
Up in the sleeve.
Could we see him?
Yeah, we should see him.
In red zone packages.
I think we should see him at least on 2 drives. I mean, he led a drive. He led a drive last week. Why not let him lead a drive this week? And you can have Avery on the field at the same damn time.
Same time.
Yeah.
What about in the red zone?
Of course. Yeah. The Barnett dose. That's terrible. Let's not.
That's terrible nickname, dude.
Yeah. What is Barnett's nickname?
I have no idea.
Well, Cat fans, leave something down in those comments or something.
All I know is that he broke Christian McCaffrey's touchdown record in Colorado.
McCaffrey's playing
as a quarterback.
Wonder how he's doing.
All right, Avery Johnson, dual threat QB with poise. Can we design more RPOs and quarterback draws? QB draws.
Yes, and I don't. You could use Barnett as a tailback or running back right next to Johnson. Why not? Or you could have split backs with Edwards and Barnett both in the backfield. Maybe motion one out. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with those three guys.
Yeah,
Hopefully Barnett's a bigger part of the package this week.
Yeah, I could see Blake Barnett just getting out there and putting on some blocks for Avery.
Yeah,
he reminds me a lot of like Cam Scattaboo. He's just not afraid to take a hit.
Scared. Not scared.
Yeah, not afraid to take a hit, get out there and go push some guys around.
Yeah.
And then Dylan Edwards.
I like that idea. B squared. Let's go.
B squared. That's a good one. That's better.
B-squared.
Better than Barnett dozer.
Yeah, that's horrible. It made me nauseous when I said it.
All right, Edwards is averaging Dylan Edwards averaging 7.5 yards per carry.
I like it.
Can we get him involved in the passing game as well?
Yes, and we need to. Please and thank you. That's all I have to say.
And then obviously we do want to see a package where all three are on the field at once. So that would be epic. Like I said,
that'd be very cute.
We can do a lot of different things out of that. All right,
we'll see. We'll see if Matt Wells could, connect those dots because that's not easy for that out there. Segment 5, injury report.
Segment 5, injury
report.
Who's out? Who's out? All right. First off, who's out? Colby McAllister. Still out. Critical piece, but it's a good thing Wesley Fair is getting this experience now because he's always a guy that we can throw in the rotation. He had one bad angle last week, but he played a good game.
Maybe he'll stop at the Texas State Fair on his way to Waco. Wesley Fair.
No. As for the rest, we've got Ralph Ortiz out.
Yeah.
He's a linebacker.
Oh, Ralph.
Cub Patton, obviously kicker.
Yeah.
Zach Wittenberg, linebacker. McGuire Richmond, linebacker. George Fitzpatrick still out with personal issues.
Yeah.
Michael Capria, offensive lineman out. Leighton Simmering.
Yep.
Questionable Adonis Moyes and Bryce Norenberg. So we may see some Devon Rice returning kicks this weekend. Hopefully he can break one. Moyes has been big for us coming in when other guys have been hurt, and he's actually gotten some snaps when those other guys haven't been hurt earlier in the season. So he's been a reliable kind of like dip and dunk, get a few yards here and there guy.
Yeah, and on that questionable list, the coaches are playing a little bit of mind games with that. You put your key players on the questionable list to force the other team to prepare for other things, even if you know you're not going to.
And then probable we have Jace Brown. And so we don't see any Bradley here, so that means Bradley should be ready to go.
100%.
So our wide receivers, these guys are pretty lethal when they're on the field. I think we underestimated how good these guys could be. They may be one of our better position groups when it comes to the entire team, to be honest. Like when it comes to full scale, like depth and just the starters being well-rounded and very, very good, other than a few drops here and there.
And maybe we'll see.
So let's hope that they can break out. Hopefully Jace can get out there and play. I think he may have been dealing with a hamstring. We don't know, but
a little hammy.
Rumor is hamstring.
A little pork.
So he did play in that game, so that's 5 games. He's can't redshirt. Can't do that.
He's not redshirting for sure. He's going to finish the season strong, get over 1,000 yards. Let's go, Jace.
The O-line.
Offensive.
O-line, are we at full strength?
No. No, we are not. We have not been all season.
Going to hurt us.
We have not been all season. But we're at better strength than we have been, I think. I can't comment too much on the injury front on the O-line. They're always dealing with problems in the trenches. You're never 100% healthy after game one. But obviously Fitzpatrick, that we're just wondering how that might have changed things up front and helped us out with the running game when Edwards was hurt. But we'll never know.
Yeah,
Is there
he
anyone
could.
else on the radar for injuries up front?
I mean, Capria,
Yeah.
but with Fitzpatrick, man, you just wonder if maybe he was some like that vocal leader for the O line, and it's kind of been hurting us. You'd think
Yeah.
that Sam Hecht at the center with
Sam
so much
Hecht.
experience would be that guy, but it very well could have been George Fitzpatrick. So they played better, so we're hoping that they play well again today and they can get some blocks for our guys, Dylan Edwards and Avery, and maybe some Blake Barnett action. He squared.
Well, we haven't talked much about the defense, but are you ready? Let's move forward to segment 6. And I think we can probably incorporate that somehow. There was a question down here. Will we see more rotation at linebacker to keep the leg? And then we'll talk secondary after.
Yeah, I think we need to get Austin Newsome in there still, man. Our linebackers are a little too slow when it comes to catching guys on the outside when running backs are running east to west. So we need to get some quicker guys in there. I know Stufflebean, he's not a linebacker, but on the D end there as well. We need some faster guys. I don't want to see any of our linebackers lined up guarding a wide receiver ever. But like I said, we need to run that 4-3, and I think we need to shut down Bryson Washington and see how quick they're going to throw the ball and try to go deep here and just push them into that pass game.
Yeah, I don't know if this. I was going to look, in the defensive front at our boy Malcolm Alcorn Crowder to see if he could build off what he did last week against UCF. That's probably going to be a tall task because Baylor's offense is going to be hitting the edges a little bit more. But up front, he was contributing in a meaningful way, and then we need our guys on those ends. Chitty, and of course, Toby to be big up front, because if we're allowing this running back from Baylor to get 5, 6, 8 yards of carry, we're going to be in big trouble. Of course, I'm talking about Bryson Washington. He has 93 carries for almost 500 yards.
Yeah, let's get into Baylor and our enemy here. So they're 3-2. They're coming off a 45-27 win over Oklahoma State. 27 points you're giving up to Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
But their offense is no joke. Sawyer Robinson, he's, I believe, number 1 in the nation or close to number 1 in passing yards.
Numero uno,
overall.
1,713.
17 TDs, which is pretty ridiculous.
3 picks.
3 interceptions in the past 3 games.
Yeah.
63.6 completion. So that's right around where Avery's at when it comes to completion. Bryson Washington, 492 rushing yards, 5 TDs. Josh Cameron, that's their guy. 407 receiving yards, 3 TDs. That's more of where we would want Jace to be.
Yeah, I think the turnover battle is going to be critical in this game. If we don't find a way to turn over Robertson a couple times, and if we lose that turnover battle, we have very little chance of winning on the road in Baylor. So hopefully the secondary can make some plays and get these guys off the field.
Yeah, we are +2 when it comes to turnover, and Baylor is actually -3. So that hopefully should work out in our favor.
Yeah. And the offense has got to take advantage of a suspect Baylor.
So these guys are averaging 504 yards a game. That's 11th in the FBS, 36.6 points a game, 34th in the FBS. So it's looking like they're getting a lot of yards, but they're not necessarily getting it in the end zone.
Yeah.
So for me, I think to win this game, you have Baylor get a couple empty drives. You have them kick a couple field goals. And then you win the turnover battle. You get at least 1 interception or fumble. You get that pressure on Bryson specifically. I'm not worried, I think, about Sawyer. I know he's good, but I want him to pass the ball. I want them to be one-dimensional.
Yeah, one other key indicator in this game is going to be right at the beginning, before the game even starts, actually. Will anyone get trampled in the Baylor line? If the answer is yes, then we know it's going to be a long day for the Bears. Those kids, man, I worry about them every time. My heart skips a beat watching those kids run out of that tunnel towards the stands. It's only a matter of time, Baylor. You got some liability issues on your hand. I hope you make them sign a waiver. Do you remember the dinosaur guy?
Yes.
Last game? Yeah, that was elite. Yeah, that guy made it, by the way, without falling over somehow.
He did make it.
He had a lot of good friends helping him get all the way across the field. So it's a
Especially,
sight to see. If you ever get to go to Waco, that's really the only cool thing about
let's just hope they get more rushing yards in that opening than they do in the actual game.
Yes, sir. And then maybe we can get somebody to break out like Ben Sinnott did 3 years ago. That'd be elite.
So we talked about their offense,
Yes, sir.
their defense,
Suspect.
vulnerable, not that great. Like I said, 27 points against Okie State. They allow 383.2 yards per game, which ranks 90th nationally.
That might be more of a symptom of their scheme, their poor defensive rankings. Go ahead.
180.2 rushing yards per game, which is 116th. So can we exploit their weak run defense with Dylan Edwards and Avery Johnson?
Yes, we can. Let's make them run a lot of plays and stay on the field. That defense, we can definitely pile up some yards. Let's hope we can get close to 400. Win the turnover battle, we should be able to get this dub.
Yeah, I think we should be able to get Edwards up to about, I'm hoping 120 to 150, and then Avery Johnson needs at least 50. Avery Johnson doesn't need to do anything crazy with his legs. If he does, better, right? But, getting 5-6 yards, Dylan Edwards getting 10 to 15, getting those explosive plays, that's going to help us out a lot. But we need to extend our drives as well.
And then on special teams, if Nuremberg cannot play, then that should open up opportunities for Edwards and Lockett to return kicks. And, of course, Lockett will have some opportunities on punt returns. Maybe this is the week where special teams contributes with points.
Cross your fingers.
Yes.
Come on.
I would love to see Sterling Lockett bust one for about 85.
All right, Ben, it's on to your favorite portion.
Oh, I've been waiting all day for this.
The betting lines and predictions.
Degenerates unite. I won a bet today. Miracles happen. Proof. It was on Underdog. They did not pay me to say that. It was Cubs game. It's Cubs game. It's great. We had Darvish over 1.5 earned runs. Check. He gave up 2 in the second.
Check.
Yep. Check. And then we had Michael Bush. Yeah, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Yeah, he had 5. Very nice. And then the third leg was, of course, Italian, who had over Ks. So that cashed. Cha-ching! What do we got, though, for football this weekend? What do we got? Let's start with the Cats.
Yes. So Kansas State right now is plus 6.5.
Oh.
Plus 195 on the money line. I mean, it makes sense when you're playing on the road against, what could be a Heisman quarterback, but or a guy that goes, to New York. But we've fared well against many Heisman quarterbacks throughout the years.
Yes, we have a good history.
And running backs
against
as well.
Heisman winners. Starting in 1998, still bitter. Ricky Williams, man.
Ricky.
Anyway,
we got Gino.
We got to move on. This was a long time.
All those guys.
Plus 6.5.
Plus 6.5. I like that. I like.
I'd tease that to 7.5, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, pretty easy.
I'm not betting against the Cats. I'm taking them on the money line. Why would I bet on Baylor? Like, even if I won, why would I do that?
And they have it at over/under 61.5 points, and I'm going over. Over.
Much higher. I could see a lot of offense in this game. Mucho offense.
Yeah, this could turn into a shootout. This could turn into Dylan Edwards just running all over the place, Avery running all over the place, and then, Sawyer throwing the ball a lot. But I don't see it on the Baylor side, man. I could see him gashing us with Bryson Washington, and then obviously getting a couple deep balls. But, I don't know.
Big plays everywhere. You get
Bryson Washington.
You get a big play.
Let's look at rush yards. Bryson Washington, 90-plus rushing yards.
If we hold him under 100, I'd be surprised. I hope we do.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised as well.
That's going to be tough.
Pass yards, Sawyer Robertson, 300-plus is plus 100.
Well, if the running back goes over 100, I doubt that for old Sawyer. But if they're struggling, and they got to throw the ball 40 times, 50 times, then, yeah, you might go over and they might still lose.
Yeah, I mean, 1,700 yards in, 4 or 5 games? That's pretty damn good, dude.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous numbers.
But if he throws 2 or 3 picks and he doesn't get many opportunities.
I mean, you got to think Joe Burrow had 66
Joe Burrow!
passing touchdowns and I don't know how many yards, but Sawyer Robinson is kind of 17, 5 games through. He could get up to in the 40s.
I think you're giving this guy. I think you got to give this guy too much credit. Those numbers look cute, but at the end of the day, they're struggling in the red zone to punch it in, get points. And this guy, they're 3-2 for so.
Yeah, because
the overall scheme,
their defense
contributing to
awful.
a poor defensive effort most weeks. And I just question Baylor's ability to win 9 or 10 games. I think they're more of a 7-5-ish team, and I think we're more than capable of getting this W down in Waco.
I want to have Avery over 230 for plus money.
Yeah.
230 passing yards, but at the same time, I think you have to take whatever Dylan Edwards is at. And let's see, Dylan Edwards is not on here because they don't want to put him on here.
I would consider if you have him, if he's up and available, I'd consider a reception rushing yardage combo on Dylan Edwards, and I wouldn't touch the Avery thing because if we do win this game, then I think both those guys go over 100 yards on the ground.
I think Edwards. If we win this game, it's going to be Dylan Edwards over 100 for sure.
Both of them.
And then Avery, I could see
close.
50 to 75.
Right. And both are in the pay dirt, or it's not really pay dirt. Nobody plays on dirt anymore.
Which leads us to our keys to victory.
Pay turf, man.
Actually, what's your final score prediction here?
Final score prediction: we're going over 61.5. Cats 42. Bears 30.
Ooh, that's very close to what I was gonna say.
Oh, what do you got?
I was gonna say 42 to 31.
I want to see some points. I want to see some fireworks.
Yeah, and our keys to victory here, obviously dominate the ground game. Baylor's allowing around 200 rushing yards per game.
Mm-hmm.
So our advantage is going to be Edwards. Our advantage is going to be Avery Johnson. Let's hope Joe Jackson can get some carries and do well.
J squared.
So we need to lean into that dual back system, get both those guys out there. Let Johnson use his legs.
We have to run the ball effectively. Johnson, all
Yes.
of the above. Maybe get some receivers in the mix.
Jace?
Yeah, hell. Even maybe let the tight end run the ball. Shit, I don't care.
Our second key to victory here, protect the ball and force turnovers. Baylor has 5 turnovers in their last 3 games. 3 interceptions from Sawyer Robinson in those last 3 games.
Yeah, let's see if we can double that number and maybe get 3 more.
Or maybe not in the last 3 games, just over the season.
Yeah.
But, he's good, but obviously it seems like he's throwing the ball too much. So I think if we can pressure him, disguise our coverages, we can capitalize.
Yeah, and then, time possession is going to be extremely important. We're going to have to keep him off the field, Sawyer Robertson. We're going to have to do all the things we always mention. Move the ball on 3rd and short, get to 3rd and short, and avoid 4th and short. And run some drives that are 8, 10, 12 plays, take several minutes off the clock. And capitalize. And if we can do that, turn over Robertson 2-3 times. That is a recipe for success. Starts on the ground with the ground game. But, we do love the air raid!
Do love that.
Mm-hmm.
Their passing offense ranks number 1 nationally. So if they're going to air raid it and get a bunch of explosive plays, then we're going to have to try to do the same, I think.
We're going to have to match that.
Shootout.
Can't come out conservative in this one, so hopefully we get the run game established quick and early.
That leads to our 4th key to victory.
Yeah.
Limit those explosive plays.
It's going to be hard to do. It's going to be hot. Tempers are going to be flaring.
Yeah, their receivers excel at yards after the catch, so I think it's going to be a big thing to gang tackle, get our safeties flying over to the ball, tackling their guys.
But you got to break down. Can't run by him. You got to break down.
1 person. We need 3.
We need mobs of defenders taking down Bears. I'm not afraid to tackle a bear. Are you?
Not as a Wildcat.
Actually, I would be a little scared.
Never afraid.
Probably just get rifled, or maybe just not go anywhere where I'd run into a bear in the wild. It's going to be tough to do down in Waco this weekend. We're heading there. What are Baylor's strengths to watch?
So, number one nationally passing offense.
Yeah.
612 yards versus Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Points allowed, 27 per game in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Rushing defense, terrible. And then turnovers. And then for us, points allowed per game, 25.2. That's 77th nationally. We have 8 takeaways in 5 games. So that's actually like really good. I think our defense has done well taking the ball away. We just haven't been doing well protecting the ball at times.
Well, if Kansas State can replicate their Week 5 performance against the mid-major University of Central Florida Knights, where they ran for 266 yards and controlled the tempo, they'll have a real shot at upsetting Baylor down in Waco. And if you want to know why we call it We Ain't Coming Out, you need to study up on your history of Waco, kids. The Wildcats must play their most complete game yet, especially on defense, against this high-powered offense of the Bears, and win that turnover battle. Want to break this down?
Break down.
You want to break this down? You want to break this down?
We'll be in Waco this Saturday. If you see us,
hey, why don't you break that right out of the pod?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be in Waco this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So look for us. Look for our lavender business cards.
Lavender power.
We're gonna be passing out business cards.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
you're all business. You're handing out some
Paw'dCats cards.
Doing some soliciting. Man,
Yes.
You think anybody's gonna throw that on the ground or like?
Probably, but we're gonna leave our mark.
Might end up in the Brazos.
So we'll be in Waco this Saturday, loud and proud, with a massive Paw'dCats Sports sign.
Let's go. Days like these.
No, I think we're gonna just bring an EMA sign.
Oh, okay. I'll let you handle that. Maybe I'll make that Days Like These sign for I decide I'm going to the Texas Tech game instead of Colorado. How we'll change the plans. So I'm heading to Manhattan near Halloween. That should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. But hey, this weekend we're down in Waco. We're going 1-0. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alex.
This game.
The Wildcat. Are you ready?
This game is more than a matchup. It's a statement. It's a chance to call back into the Big 12 race. So let's bring the fire, bring the pride, and bring the Lavender Storm to McLane Stadium. Deuces.